With myself, Gualter, Amarelo, and the great Vinney Smile Chopra. Vinney, I got to hang out with you at the summit. I got a signed book from you. This has absolutely been the most powerful weekend, not just for me, but for a lot of people. There was over 220 people at the event who got to shake your hand, meet you. What was your experience at the 100 Millionaire Summit video? What did you think of the people, the event, the stage, the cameras? What was your biggest takeaway?
Oh my gosh. I was there last year, brother, and it was spectacular. That was the first time I attended your summit. This year was 10, 10 times better. The thing is the quality of people, the excitement, and the lighting, of course, and the cameras and the personal videographers. And you go all the way, brother. You go all the way. The fireworks and all the different, you and I promised within half a day, first day, you're going to get your value and more.
That's
You
right.
over delivered by 1,000%. I'm telling you. All the content that was shared, all the different exciting speakers, I was in awe. I was in awe.
Vinny, I heard from many people, and I had already asked, like, as soon as you got off the stage, I said, have you already gotten your money's worth? And they said yes. You were the second speaker, and they said yes. So I was on you, brother. It was tremendous. So
I
you
hope
talked
I
about
did good.
multifamily.
I want to listen to me what I did. I don't know what I did.
I can't wait to go back. Like what you did was because you talked about RALs, you talked about residential assisted living, you talked about hospitality, hotels, you talked about multifamily, you talked about what helps a person get there, you talked about syndication. So basically, when we send you this video, your content stream, your social media is going to be nuts. Everything is like a reel because you just did like 5 minutes of this, 5 minutes of that. So it was like constant, nonstop value. But
Oh,
yeah, wait till you see the videos. I saw the raw video and it already looks amazing. Just what the team is putting together is even better.
oh, God bless. God bless. There was so much excitement. So many connections were made, and so many people, made decisions. See, the problem I have in all these live things is people get excited, right? And then they leave that 3 day seminar and don't act. What
Nothing
I like,
happens.
it's so true. It's so true. People spend hours and hours, of their family time to travel there, of course, or fly, pay hotels and everything. That's why I feel you and I and others in our team, we are obligated to move them to the next level. And that's why I promise to you, I'll get more involved in Alchemist Nation because your passion is my passion and everybody in the team to move people to millionaire status, more millionaires in 2024 than ever.
But it's the mission is set. We've got you at our backs. So this wealth principle today, we're going to be talking about it Saturday. And I always get my billionaire friends advice on how to get these principles best understood to everybody from the toppest level down to the bottom. Wealth principle 2 is choose a business that makes $1 million, which you did this at the summit live for everybody. You showed us 4 different business models, 3 separate industries, well, all in the same real estate industry, but 3 separate models within real estate that actually work to make not just $1 million, but you actually have $100 million funds that are buying $5 million worth of $500 million worth of real estate each. So you you've picked businesses and industries that actually can make way more than $1 million. So this
I
principle to me
appreciate
is, I just love doing this one with you every year.
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. I really believe in the heart, my cold, warm heart, whatever you could say. I want everybody that touches you and me and Darina's life and your team's life, they need to be just, blessed with power of raising money. See, where I am today, I wouldn't be here at all. I'll be like a regular person walking on the street. I wouldn't be sitting. I don't want to talk about it. But, my coach said, Vinny, talk about what luxury lifestyle you're living so that other people can get motivated, right? If I didn't know how to raise money with my family, friends, people, investors, I wouldn't be sitting in the $5 million home. We bought our first home for $99,000, 99,000 here in the Bay Area. Then we moved to I think 144,000 it became that way. Then 210 we bought, sold it for 356. Then we bought 398 or whatever. It's worth still right now almost like 2.7 million. And then we bought our 5 million home, which is it's gone in value by 1.6 million since we bought it. So I think all these things are important for people to see there is light at the end of the tunnel, what I'm preaching and teaching and doing it on a daily basis with the funds and syndications. And it's not rocket science, brother.
Vinney, I think that's one of the best things that we get from you when we see you in person or when we watch your videos is you do really cool things that nobody else gets to do. Like not nobody, but the average person doesn't get to play at the game you get. Like your 3-month vacations a year. This past year hanging out with you has just been like nuts. You're like, hey, Gualter, I'm going on vacation. I will be in this country this week, that country that week. I don't know if I'll be able to step away from the family because the time schedule will be a little weird, but like it's been amazing to watch your 3-week vacations, 4-week vacations, just and then you come back and then you're gone. I think it inspires me also to really like level myself up because there's a lot to see out there. It's just I love your pictures, man. I love watching it. So
Congratulations on Aruba trip. I'm so glad you and Dorina and I think Stephen and his wife went and
that's
you
right.
had fun. Because see, the thing is, we all need mini vacations, get away from business. And it doesn't have to be in a different country or anything, right in our backyard, to just take that time in peace and harmony and solace and ourselves alone to think about what we are doing in our life. That's
This
so important, so important. Every time I've gone on vacations, I get inspired like anything. I mean, I came from your summit. I'm inspired like nobody's business. I had a peeps last night over here in Walnut Creek. They inspired me so much. I'm just telling you, I made so many great connections with very big personalities and very high net worth people last night, right here in Walnut Creek in my backyard. Brother
Brian
Bo was
Schilling told
there.
me you were there with Bo Eckstein, your partner. You guys ran this event. There were over 30 investors in the room, top level players. He was actually telling me this morning, he's like, man, and Vinney was talking to everybody, just giving advice, being a friend. Like everybody got your cell phone. It's absolutely crazy.
Hey, anybody wants to text to me, brother? I mean, calling wise, I'm in meetings whenever I am. Today, I have no appointment. I love it. I love it. You can enjoy having that time off mentally, right? But
Right.
then flexibility in CEO's schedule is so important. Flexibility. If somebody calls me, somebody multi-millionaire or billionaire, I'll have time for them today. As a matter of fact, I had so much time. I'm meeting with NAV Consulting. It's the platform which is for the funds. What? For the funds. And they are giving me time this morning to demo their project. And I've known them. And they say, Vinney, your smiles all over. I just sent them an email at 3:30 in the morning. I got them at 3:30 today.
And I think that's another one of the principles that we see from you is you get up early, you do your miracle morning, you take the time and flexibility. You actually gave me this advice a while back. And for those of you who are listening, yes, we're going to get to both principle 2. We're going to get into how to choose a
Yes.
business that makes $1 million. But one of the things that I've learned from hanging out with a billionaire is a billionaire under management, right? You
Yes,
am.
yes, yes. I'm not a billionaire. See, the thing is, there are only so many billionaires in net worth. Net worth. I do want to say that to everybody. If you make 10 million net worth, you're somebody, 20 million, somebody, 30 million, somebody, 100 million, you're really, really good. So, set your mind to become a millionaire first, and then second million is much easier. That's what I'm, some people say, Vinny, it's so hard to get to 1 million. But after that, 30 times or 40 or 50 times, it's the easiest thing. I'm telling you. Let's skip the first million, go to second and third right away.
Let's go. It's funny that you say that. We broke our limit. We broke that milestone sometime this year. $1 million brought in through just our acquisition side of the company, not
I
acquisitions, but
love
marketing.
it.
Just
I
our marketing
love it.
side of the company was $1 million. And it's like, wow, like the next million is like stacked up much easier than the first year. It took 4 years to get to that
Yes.
first million. So
Yes. Yes. Yes.
significantly more difficult than we thought.
And Friday, this past Friday, not to brag about, but guys, due to the power of raising money, my payday was 1,025 to 250,000, I think, on last Friday.
It's amazing.
Last Friday.
That and when you were starting this, when you were 54 years old and you started, you did your first syndication deal with $1,000. There's no way you were looking at paid days of $1 million or more. There's no
No,
way you were
no,
looking at that
no,
saying, "Oh, I'm going to get a
not
check
at
for $1
all,
million."
man. I was making $1,000 a day or something. I mean, I'm the guy who started with $10,000 straight commission many years back. Straight commission, draw against commission for the whole year, 10,000. And if I didn't take commission, I had to pay it back to the company.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. It's amazing to see how far a person can come. So let's dive into principle
Yes,
2.
yes.
Not think a million. Last week was think a million. This week is choose a business that can make $1 million. And the reason this is really important is, as you've seen and I've seen, a lot of people start these businesses just because they're good at something, or they see a need in the marketplace, or a friend tells them to get into this business. And they're in the business and they're making 60,000, 75,000, and next year it's 60,000, 75,000. Next year it's 60,000, 75,000, and they can't seem to get out of it. And it's because the business itself is not scalable. So
Yes.
with this principle, from what I understand, it's about scalability. It's about the business being scalable enough to make $1 million before even starting it, before even saying, yes, I'm in, or committing yourself. How do you evaluate a business? And I know now you're doing it for $1 billion businesses, which is why you started the technology companies and all the crypto
Yes.
funds. So you, as somebody who looks at something and says, if it doesn't make $1 billion, I'm not getting into it. How do you evaluate a project or a career or a business?
I'm so glad you said it. Gualter, it all starts with your values, your core values, and where you want to. Are you happy what you're doing? So the big thing is, if you're a W-2 job, you got to find time during the lunch, in the morning, after work, in the evening, over the weekends to really pursue your passion. Number one. Number one, you got to pursue where you are happy, because yesterday, I mean, I got up at 3:30 yesterday too somehow, and I didn't go to bed until 12 o'clock because I was with my peeps over here in Walnut Creek, and we had so much fun and
Vinney,
everything,
we turn the clocks back and other people sleep in an extra hour. You wake up an hour earlier.
My clock without any alarm, ever, ever. As a matter of fact, I'll send you a little picture of that. This morning when I got up, 3:32 or whatever, it says no alarm in the picture I took, by the way. So I never put alarm. I let my body wake up. When you have so much passion and so many things to really accomplish, and when the whole world is sleeping around me in Black Hawk, Vinney's up, and before it's 8 o'clock, I've got 5 hours into doing a lot of great things, uninterrupted. That's the other part. I love it. I love it. But let's just go back to the principle. So the biggest thing is, one will be able to have $1 million business one day if they are passionate about what they are pursuing. If where you are shackled in, W-2 job or whatever, or you're not happy, you got to find what your calling is. My brother Eric Lawson last night shared his game plan about Airbnb. In 3 years, he's got 6 properties, making ton of money, everything automated through a one VA in Philippines. I was so happy. He pays him $17,000 to run his business. If he had to hire somebody in USA, it'll cost him 170,000. What?
Yep.
150,000. But
Yeah.
that's just the passion part. The second thing I will say, if anybody is in wholesaling or flipping or anything, just do 10x. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? It's the mindset. It's that you cannot do any more. Then how do you get done more? Through delegation, through prioritizing, goal setting. Those 3 things. That's it. Goal set, put a deadline, I'm going to do this for sure in 1 week or 2 weeks or 10 days or 2 months, whatever. But I'm going to increase my serving the customers or serving the niche where I'm happy at. So that's one way to really explode. If you make 100,000 savings in one flip, why not to do 10?
Yep.
What will it take to do 10? Just ask yourself. Sit down. Just, in library or wherever or in a park. I used to do that. Now I do it, while walking. I just think about it. I say, how can I do 20x is better than 2x? There's a book out there. I mean, so many great things, right, brother? The
And
key thing is,
you're not saying to a person that if you're a flipper or a wholesaler, you're not saying it's not possible. What you're saying is look at what would it look like what would it, and don't put all the limitations of, oh well, I don't have the money, or I don't have the team, or I don't have the systems, or I don't, just what
yes,
would it look like, because that then gives you, I assume, the third one. Like, so,
totally,
so
totally,
first one
totally,
is you got to be
brother.
passionate about it. The second one
Passionate about it.
is you
Yeah.
must think about bigger. Like, is it possible to get to that level? Like, if you can do it with one, then just what would it be with 10, or what would it be with 20, and get to
Why
that
not?
number?
Why not? Why not? I asked actually Eric last night at the dinner. I said, brother, you have six. When would you have 16? Just put one more to the left. So he's going to look for it, and I might partner with him. He's built a system like nobody's business in Airbnb, and every location he has where he wants to have vacations at. What? So
Amazing.
he says, Vinny, the property goes up in value if after a year or two, if I don't want to, or if the laws change. Look at the thinking of this guy. Eric, I love you, brother. Some people asked last night, what happens to all these restrictions happening here and there? He says, you know what? You can be thinking small. If you worry about what government is going to do or cities are going to do, just go for the locations where you would like to have great vacations. And in a year, if the things come down to it, you just sell that property and buy wherever you want again.
And so you're going back to passion again. Like, you've got to want to be owning real estate in those markets, so it
Yeah.
becomes passion. So if you were to say there's a third part to choosing the business that can make $1 million, like, now that you've got the passion in and you've got a strategy to prove, you've done the math and prove that it can, what do you do next? Like, what is that third part? Like, once somebody has the plan and they know
You
it's
know,
like they want it.
action, brother, action, action. How many of us want to get our dreams to put into goals with deadlines, but then we just make the plans which are 10,000 pages long and we don't really take action. I mean, we got to take action today. The future, a lot of people say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes.
Right.
Procrastination. I'm not this, I'm not that. I didn't do this perfect. Who cares if we don't do it perfect? Let's just make some mistakes, because if we make mistakes, we're going to be better than what if we don't take any action. So we need to figure out, and anybody in this world, if they want to do something, it's already done. Listen to this one. This is a good one, because somebody wants to do flipping of 100 homes, or, doing this or that. It's been done. Go to internet and find out who are these people and call them and say, can I buy you a coffee? Or can you, send them a gift? Hold on. Just go to Amazon, send them a $20 gift just on their doorstep and say, I found out that you have been doing this. I'm very passionate about it. Could you give me half an hour of your time? They would call you back for $20 gift. You will have an appointment with a millionaire or a billionaire. I promise you, it's amazing what we can do in life.
What
It's
you're saying to me
minds.
right now, it goes even further. This I got this in the mail. This is a letter from somebody who came to the summit, and
Yeah,
he texted me for my address. So I sent him my address. I didn't think anything of it. And he sent me a
yeah.
letter telling me his experience at the summit and thanking me.
Oh,
And I immediately texted him back. I was like, oh man, like, that was so cool. It was classy. That's like that relationship building didn't cost him anything. It cost him 50 cents or $1 to mail this thing, but that thinking about a person before they even
oh.
know you're thinking about them, that's something And you're
Oh,
going to get the plan,
handwritten
right?
notes are amazing. Handwritten notes. And Eric Lawson, again, I'm kind of bringing him up again and again. He's one individual who was a top loan broker in the field. He still has that business. And now he's found a niche in Airbnb, crushing it, making 300,000, working 4 hours a week. What?
Amazing. It's
4 hours
amazing.
a week, brother. 4 hours a
Yeah.
week. And he's making 300,000 income with 6 Airbnbs. He's
And I think what you're telling me is he didn't just figure this out. He probably found somebody who was already doing it. He contacted
yes.
them. He took them to
Bo.
lunch. He
Bo
figured
gave
it
him the
out.
course. Bo gave him the course 3 years back. Free course. Bo got it from somewhere. My other partner, Bo Eckstein, he gave it to him and he acknowledged him so many times last night in the presentation. We had over 30 people there, multi, talented people and real estate and everything. And he said, Bo, thank you for giving me that course. You know what? That has changed his life. He's turned that baby in 3 years to making 300,000 a year, working 4 hours a week.
Amazing.
I sent him
This is
an email today. I sent him an email at 4:30 this morning, and he's coming to have coffee with me. He's right here for a month because his home in Orange County got 9,000. Somebody paid for. They were coming there or whatever family, and he just came to his home over here. So you can see he's having fun over here in his old stomping ground and meeting with friends and having parties and all. So I invited him to come to my place and we're going to sit down. He's invested a ton of money with me too, his retirement plans and all that stuff. Anyway, but the thing is, it's the mindset, brother. Nobody will become millionaire or start a business that is worth $1 million if you don't set your mind right. If you think
100%.
you're a failure, you are, and you're going to stay that way. But if you think I am, and learn and educate, and you figure out a way where you are doing wrong, who can really change the course of our action, our life, our trajectory is only us, only us. Of course, there are people around us who will help us. But unless we set the mind to seek out those people, it won't happen.
This is by far the most powerful concept that we I don't know. We've talked about some really powerful things. For each person who's listening right now, if you've got comments, drop them in the chat. Vinney pays attention to the Facebook and the YouTube's channel
Yep.
afterwards. If there's something you've gained out of this, share it with somebody, pay it forward, let them know that you're getting value, and definitely give us a thumbs up. Definitely drop a comment and share it with a friend. Every Thursday, I get Vinney on this call.
Vinney and Gualter